I love baseball cards. Got 'em, need 'em, got 'em, need 'em, need 'em, need 'em, got 'em, got 'em, need 'em.
Welcome to another episode of Remember the Great Sports Flea Market and Antique Mall Pickup videos. This one's a little unique because I'm going to be honest with you, I really don't know much about these items that I picked up. And I'm just going to jump right into this. And I'm going to show you the small stack of cards that I bought. And these were really cheap. And I picked these up, but we'll just get past the cards and we'll move on to the next big items. Well, the first two are a couple vintage cards. Picked those up for 50 cents a piece. Nothing special, just some things you're going to probably see in the Through the Mail Thursday videos coming up. Ty Klein and Frank Bowling. But I also found from the same seller some quarter cards. And these cards are only 25 cents a piece. And that is former American League Commissioner Bobby Brown, New York Yankee. There's a Larry Boa, and this is a Michael Irvin Edge Effects 93 insert card. And this, I believe, I don't know my football cards that well. This is either a first year, I think it's a second year though. Peyton Manning rookie card or second year card. But I paid a quarter a piece for them, so I wasn't being too picky. So I'm going to move past these, because that's not what I really want to show off. Here's what I want to show off to you guys. The first is baseball strategy. And I'm going to have to move the camera around just so I can kind of show this and kind of do some cuts. But this appears to be from, I want to say, there it is, 1979. So this is a little bit older than me. And it's called Status Pro Baseball, the game of professional baseball. So I picked that up along with Status Pro Baseball, Sports Illustrated edition. And I'm guessing this is the follow-up year maybe? Oh, this one's actually older. And this one is from 1973. So I really do not know much about baseball board games. Now, I want to put a quick shout out to Al RedsoxFan. I came across his channel, I don't know, a couple years ago. And I frequent his channel, watching him play his board games, live games. He just doesn't play board games, but he also plays games on the computer, simulated baseball games, basketball games, even boxing. And I want to say, Al, this video is for you. I'm going to put his link down here in the description. So if you enjoy strategy sports games, I definitely recommend going to Al's channel. He often does live streams with him playing games. And I very frequently am in those chats, so say hi to Al sometime. You may see me in one of his live streams. So I'm going to cut the video a little bit so I can just show the innards of both of these boxes to you, and you guys can critique on them. Alright, so this is the end parts of the Status Pro 1973 edition. This is the playing board. Again, I don't know anything about this. I'm going to have to read this to figure out what it's all about. But it looks like that's Frank Robinson and Brooks Robinson, maybe? Willie McCovey, maybe? Looks like. At least that's what it looks like to me. So that's in there. This is the game board. It's two boards. And this is the inside of the box. It appears that there are player cards in there. Neil Allen, Pete Falcone, Ray Sarich, Ed Lynch, Rusty Staub, Brian Downing. Those guys weren't around back then, were they? I'm starting to think that maybe some of these got mixed together. There appears to be some dice. Nope, no dice. Yep, there's a dice. And a couple players, I guess you would call them. And it looks like I also inherited somebody's game stats from back in the day. So again, there's somebody. I hope all these aren't filled out, because I won't be able to play it with all these filled out. I guess I can improvise and go buy a box score thing myself. Hopefully there's a couple blank ones in there I can make some photocopies of. So again, I really don't know much about this, and I'm sure my friend Al could, really educate me on this. So that is the first one, and I will show you the next one now. Alright, so this next one is Baseball Strategy, and this is the 1979 edition. Alright, so this is the 1979 edition of Status Pro Baseball. And as you can see, this has the official rule book along with the playing board. This one, however, doesn't appear to have actual players, as it's just generic cards, which that's kind of a bummer, but whatever, not a big deal. Maybe they got mixed up. Same. Oop, almost dropped the dice. There's a couple player pieces in here, and again, here we go. Here's some score sheets. So here's some Status Pro score sheets with no score being kept, so I can make photocopies of those. Hey, I'm recording, just be quiet for like 3 minutes. I'll cut that out, obviously. Also, it looks like a checklist and out chart A. Again, I don't know much about this game at all. Hopefully some of the viewers of my channel can kind of enlighten me. So, in closing, the 2 boxes. Normally I don't seek these out, but this was a deal I just could not pass up. These were 75% off at the antique mall that I was at. They were like over $25 a piece, or $20 to $25 a piece. I walked out the door with both of these for $12. I think, one was like, so on average, it came out to $6 each for these 2 games. Again, I don't know if there's anything missing. I don't know if there's, something that's not there that should be, and unfortunately, like I said, this one doesn't have real player names in it, where this one does. I don't know if that makes a difference in value or not. So, thanks for joining me for another episode of Flea Market and Antique Mall Pickups. Like I said, added this little stack of cards to the equation. Out the door, I think it was like $15 with tax for all this stuff, which I thought was a pretty fair deal, even though I don't know anything about playing these games. So I look forward to your comments below. Hope you enjoyed this episode, and stay tuned for the next one. Thanks.